Hey family, it is a video day in May. It is still theoretically Wednesday, Wellness Wednesday. And so what I wanted to do was I wanted to come on and talk about a little bit of celestial stuff a little bit because it kind of coincides with our wellness right now. And it kind of coincides with what's going on with us globally. Okay. But first, I wanted to go in a little bit in depth about Pluto and kind of talk about Pluto a little bit and kind of give you guys a visual as to what this planet is. A little bit about who Pluto is. A little bit about the planet, okay, and such. Well, first of all, Pluto is ruled by Scorpio. Okay, so that's the first thing. Can we just take that into account for a second? Okay, because we're under the full moon of Scorpio right now. Okay, we're also going through Mercury Retrograde, which is, of course, ruled by Virgo and Gemini. So that doesn't have anything to do with Pluto, but however, Pluto is in retrograde, see? And then on top of that, you get to adding this lunar eclipse and the retrograde of Mercury and then the full moon of Scorpio and then this retrograde of Pluto. You add all that together, yeah, that's a lot going on. Thus the reason there's so much mass chaos, a lot unrest amongst our people globally, okay? And it has a lot to do with so many different things and a lot of outside influences that some people don't really talk about or give mention of. And so I'm going to talk about it. Here you go, okay? Just to give a little bit more of reasoning as to what is going on. Okay, now a little bit about Pluto. Okay, first of all, Pluto, he took Persephone's innocence. Okay, and when I say he took her innocence, he raped her, and he also made her his own. Okay, like he totally consumed her and took her innocence. But what she did do was she used that detriment that happened in her life at that time. Okay, y'all, I got things coming in on my screen at the same time, so let me just get focused. Okay, so anyway, he took her innocence, okay, but what she ended up doing was all of that hurt and all of the abuse and all of the pollutant that he brought into her reality and into her world and rearranged and exchanged her innocence. And she ended up becoming the queen of the underworld, okay? What he done to her didn't do anything but catapulted her into the woman that she became, which was so strong, okay? And so I say that to say, based upon some of you guys' reality, okay, you can take this and use these things as a compost and rebuild and regenerate your life, okay? Because one thing also about Pluto, it has a lot to do with the circle of life, like from conception to rebirth. And so during this time now, there could be a lot of those exchanges, okay? So just be prepared and be, just on the lookout that we're also going through a cycle in a circle of life. We're also in this Pluto retrograde, so which makes things a little bit more magnified, okay? Now, also another thing about Pluto besides that right there, which was horrible, okay? The being under the influence of Pluto is laced in envy, It's laced in maliciousness. It's laced in power struggle and power hungry and I mean, just all things that are dark. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just different type of sexual fetishes are coming out into the forefront right now. A lot of people are coming out. There are a lot of people that's on the down low. That's, you know, they're right now, okay? They're in battles with themselves, okay, about these such things. And then with this full moon in Scorpio, oh my God, it got all kind of promiscuity and all kind of STDs and all kind of woo-woo out there, okay? So just be mindful of what this time frame right here, what's going on. You need to be mindful of it, okay? So you can have these exchanges with people if you want to, okay? So so you have to look at it like this right here. Okay, does my will to be right, okay, does my will to be right benefit the situation right now, or is it going to escalate it into something further, okay? Right now, a lot of people are doing a lot of projecting. There's a lot of projecting going on. A lot of pointing the fingers. You're this, you're that, you're this, you're this. Oh, you didn't know you're this, you're this, you're this, you're this, you're this, right? That is considered as projecting, okay? And with this retrogrades, 1 and 2, okay? This right here is just not the time, okay? It's not the time. Everything that a person is pointing at you about is the very things that they need to fix within themselves. They don't realize that the things that they're pointing at you about is nothing more than a mirroring effect of what they are. They're telling you who they are. They're telling you their struggles right now. And a lot of them are in a battle, okay? So you need not have these exchanges, okay? You need not have these exchanges, you know, because, you know, keep it. Now, you must keep things facts-based, okay? Because right now, it's a lot going on, okay? It's best to stay low and light. Stay out the way if you can. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's gonna be more and more. You seeing these high-speed chases. You seeing mass shootings. Man, you seeing kids getting pulled off the streets. You seeing women getting raped, and it's just all this kind of stuff because of what's going on. It has a lot to do with that, as well as there's a lot of mental instability. There's a lot of people battling addictions right now. A lot of people are dwelling in their north node, okay? And see, you need to be aware of these things, family. You need to be aware, so then therefore you know whether or not you want to have this theoretical exchange, okay? Or if you want to get wore out with your reasoning. Because the thing is, if your will to be right, you know what I'm saying, and you're dealing with a person that's probably unreasonable, you have to pick that battle. You know what I'm saying? You have to pick that battle. And sometimes, you know, picking yourself is the win. Okay? Picking yourself is probably going to be the win. Because if you're dealing with somebody that's out of control, it's not going to do nothing but spiral more and more and more and more and more out of control. Okay? You don't want to do that. Okay? This retrograde of Pluto lasts until the first week, I believe, of October. Okay? Somewhere between the 6th and the 8th, somewhere along up and through there. Okay? It started last month. It started in April, the last week of April, so it runs for a period. Okay? So just be mindful of this. Whereas Mercury only goes for like 3 weeks. You know? We'll be done with this. We'll be wrapping this up, or it will be direct and go into its shadow period somewhere around June the 3rd or so. Okay? So just know what you're dealing with, family, that right now people are working in ego big time. And some of it is not even about you. It's things that they are battling within themselves. And also, right now, the scales are being balanced. Raguel is balancing the scales. People that have been down are coming up. You know, all those types of things. People that have been wronged, oh my God, they're, you know, yeah, they're getting justice. You know, so you have to kind of, you know, figure out where you're going to fit in this thing. Because a lot of people aren't doing well. And it's going to show in their walk. It's going to show in their appearance. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's like different little things you'll see on them that it's like, wow, you know, it's like their health is like diminishing, like something is like not well, not right. You know what I mean? Or it could be something physical that you see, like, you know, all of a sudden now this person wears glasses. They didn't wear glasses before. Their vision, you know, they're losing their vision. Or, you know, here now their great toe is bothering them. Now they're walking with a limp. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, man, now all of a sudden they got gout. You know, certain shit get to happening. They was borderline diabetic. Now they, you know, taking fluid insulin shots. You know what I'm saying? I mean, different things. Some people, you know, you just never know what's going on. Financial ruin and all kind of stuff. So, see, a lot of things are being sent back void. And as I was telling you guys, now is not the time to do a lot of magical things. You don't want to do a lot of stuff like that. But it's always good to always do your banishings, your protections. You know what I'm saying? And always stay prayed up. Always. That goes equivalent with staying out the way sometime. You know what I'm saying? Get out the way and pray. Excuse me, I'm kind of watching the TV a little bit. I'm seeing what's going on. It's just on mute. But anyway, but family, I wanted to just tap on that for a few and just let you guys know that it might not be you, okay? But a person can't argue and fuss and fight by themselves, okay? It had to be something within you that has them triggered. And right now, people are triggered to high heaven. Don't be a victim and don't be part of the problem. Okay, yeah, don't be part of the problem. Because see, one thing, and then two, being a bystander is just as heavy and just as a detriment as being the betrayer. Just as I was telling you guys, once you become a witness, now you in the business. Now it is your business. You know, so if wherever you guys are living at in complexes and down the street from somebody and you see, you know, a couple and they're fighting, or, you know, you see some form of abuse, you seeing a child being abused or something like that, or even an animal, okay? You know, even if you can't just intercede and you see this person is enraged, you might want to call the authorities. You might save a life. You know what I mean? Because people are out of control right now. Okay? And everything that all you got to do is listen. They're going to tell you everything that you know what I mean? Everything that you really need to know through their projections. You know what I'm saying? They're telling you what they're battling and who they are. Okay? But it's more palatable to say that it's you. Okay? Because sometimes when you've been good to somebody, it's hard for them to fathom the fact that, you know what, I fucked up and I did you in a bad way. You really wasn't deserving. But it means that they have to turn the finger on them and say, you know what, I did this. And a lot of people aren't really ready to accept that. You know what I mean? They look at that as defeat. You know, it's like, oh my God, that's like telling somebody you wrong. You know, you tell somebody that they wrong, oh my God, they're going in serious defense mode. You know what I mean? So, just understand what you're dealing with right now. It's best to stay out of the way. It's best to stay low and light. Okay? It's not about agreeing with anybody. Okay? Don't agree if you disagree. If it's no, it's no. Stick with the facts. Okay? And one thing about sticking with the facts, what's equally as superior is simply being fair. You know, it's not about who's right or who's wrong. It's about what's fair. What is fair? And when a person is reasonable and when a person is disciplined, then therefore they're going to come to the table within reason, okay? And also willing to surrender. And say, you know what? I give up this fight. You know what? I you know, I'm partially to blame. I take ownership of my part that I played in it. If they are not coming to the table being that reasonable, and being honest and being transparent is two different things. Because being honest is simply admitting that thing right there. Being transparent is giving you all the rhyme and reason as to why I did this and all that. Not only did I do that, but I was thinking about this. You know what I'm saying? Transparent is, you know, affirming you that, you know what, I understand. I understand what I've done. I understand how it made you feel. And I also have a resolution for that. That's when you're being transparent. Being honest is sometimes simply just admitting, you know, or some people don't really admit. They just go along with, you know, and be like, well, we weren't together, or you made me do it, or something like that. Then once again, that's the deflecting. They're not admitting to whatever it is, or the cause, or whatever. They're not going to do that. But what they will do is still try to turn it around on you. Okay? So what you need to do is do what Persephone did. Okay? And that is to take all that right there and be the queen of whatever it is that you're undertaking. Okay? Be the king of whatever it is that you're undertaking. Okay, because you're undeserving. You don't have to put up with that. You don't have to deal with that. That ain't your bag. That ain't your shit. Put that down. Okay? Sometimes when shit is too heavy to carry, put that down. Okay? Yeah, that ain't your shit. Okay? Don't pick it up. That ain't your shit. And when it don't feel good and it don't feel right, it ain't right. Okay? This person's being unreasonable. And when a person is being unreasonable, that's their shit. That ain't got nothing to do with you. If you come to the table saying, okay, well, look at here. I apologize over and over and over and over and over again for whatever. I was watching this young lady on Maury Povich here the other day. And I mean, she was literally begging this guy, you know. And I'm like, oh my God, quit doing this. Quit doing this, ladies. They realize what's going on. And the thing is to play this mind trip with you. Okay? That's that magician shit. You need to recognize the game. And fellas, yes, she knows the power of her pussy. And she's probably throwing that on you and twisting you up with that and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? No, you stronger than that. Don't take the bait. Do not take the bait. Get your shit together. Get out the way. Okay? And get your shit together. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be a time when you'll be able to come back into union with her and you guys will be able to talk about it if you guys are out, not able to discuss right now. If both of you guys are being unreasonable and both of you guys are listening to one another, then therefore it's time to vacate. Don't keep going through this back and forth. Stop this exchange because nobody's listening. Okay? Nobody's listening to nobody. And then after a while, a person begins to say some things that they can't pull back. And now your feelings is hurt because you done took it to heart. You know what I'm saying? And it's almost like, you know, a bully. It's like you're constantly trying to fight with somebody that doesn't want to fight with you. It's like if this person doesn't want to fight with you, why are you still fighting with them? Like, you just throwing daggers and just fighting with them. You're this, you're this, you're this. Oh, this is why you're this and this and this and this and this and this. The problem is them. They don't even realize it. Okay? They don't even realize the fact that it was something within you that attracted them. Okay? And sometimes it's a mirroring effect. Sometimes you are them and they are you. But then out of the two, one person ascends and say, well, you know what? I don't want to be that anymore. You know what? Let me get some act right. Let me get on the good foot. Okay? Let me dust this, shake this shit off. Get my Persephone on. Okay? Put my, straighten up my crown. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, figure out how you want to be in this argument. Figure out how you want to be in this unrest. Are you going to be part of the problem or are you going to be a solution? Okay? But saying nothing and doing nothing, especially if you're witnessing something, no, you're part of the problem. And equally just as bad. So anyway, on that note, family, it's your Wellness Wednesday. Let's work on getting it together. I love you. Good night. Bye-bye for now.